All right, here we go now. Tim Wakefield, longtime Red Sox, going to play a little golf in Vegas this weekend. Obviously, innings pitched and all those things. Pitched that knuckleball forever. And we say hello. Tim, it's great to have you with us here. He's in Tahoe. I said Vegas. Tim, nice to have you with us here. Good to have you aboard. How you doing today, okay?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
All right, Tim, I'm doing well. Let's first forget the Red Sox for a second. I love the idea. People don't remember this. 92. 2 complete games against Atlanta while you were a rookie. And if Belinda or Randy Marsh is not behind home plate in Game 7, you may have been the MVP of the NLCS. Let's discuss that for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I really don't remember a whole lot because I'm getting a little older now. But to be honest with you, that was the start of my career. I had a lot of fun doing it. We had a great team in Pittsburgh that year in '92. I just got called up and kind of was just trying to feel my way through the league. And I pitched really well against Atlanta in those 2 games. But unfortunately, Sid Bream slid past Mike LaValliere for us to lose.
Yeah, that was a brutal night. It's one of the great 9th innings, but boy, the Pirates were awfully close. And listen, John McSherry got sick, so it was Randy Marsh.
Yep.
And boy, did he squeeze the Pirates pitchers in that 9th inning. Everybody knows that. All right, the Red Sox. First off, it was so good and how happy the Yankees felt for you in '04 when the Red Sox won after what happened in '03. I know Joe Torre has told us 1,000 times you're one of his favorite guys on another team. That's got to make you feel pretty good. Let's discuss that.
It made me feel really good. The fact that he gave me a phone call after we won in '04 and congratulated me personally. I wrote a note back to him and he wrote a note back to me. What a class act he was. Being able to walk on in Yankee Stadium and see him behind the cage and just him shaking my hand and wishing me luck all the time. What a class act. And after '04, especially after what happened in '03, then in '04, us beating them in their own ballpark and him reaching out to me and congratulating me was an honor.
No, it sure was, and you were on that team, and you were a classy guy. I'm sure you knew the ball that Boone hit was gone. That was a tricky spot you guys were in. You were up 5-2 in the 8th inning in that game. How about coming to the mound in that, whatever it was, 11th or 12th inning against Boone in the 7th game of '03? Tim, give me some thoughts on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck, and obviously there was nobody left, and I was the last one there, and I did pretty well against them, and I was just trying to throw strike one, and when it left my hand and it hit Aaron's bat, I knew immediately that it was a homer and the game was over with. So that was a hard pill to swallow. Getting on the bus, getting on the airplane flying back, I was devastated. I felt like I was never going to be welcome back in Boston again. But I realized, when we went to the writers' dinner that winter, that I was forgiven by our fans. So it was. And we got a chance to redo it again in '04.
You did, and remember in Game 5, Tim pitched. That was the game the Yankees lost in relief. That's not the Bill Miller game when he tied it up. The next day, Tim pitched a lot in that game. Everybody said in New York, why aren't the Yankees running on his knuckleball? And Tim pitched very well in relief there. Let's not forget that. All right, how about the Red Sox right now, Tim? They played pretty well at the end of the first half here. They swept Toronto, they swept the A's, and beat Texas 2 out of 3. They're 5 over 500. A decent road trip to start half number 2. Are they in the pennant race as far as you're concerned?
I think so. They're only 2 games out of the wild card right now, and they're starting to get healthy and they're starting to play a lot better ball. If they can just concentrate on winning series instead of trying to sweep people and try to get back in as quick as they can, is just even keel, win tonight and worry about tomorrow later. Their pitching staff is going to get healthy. Bayo has been electric, and he's going to pitch tonight against the Chicago Cubs. I love the offense is starting to come through. Defensively, they're getting better. Their bullpen is so strong. So I'm looking for great things for them in the second half.
Yeah, and they get the A's next week and an opportunity there. Tim, good to talk to you. I could talk to you all day about your career. You had a very interesting one, and it lasted a long time. Hit him straight at Tahoe. That's not an easy course. Hit him straight.
No, it's not. Thanks, guys.
Tim Wakefield.
Appreciate it.